So one day when I was at work, it was slow, and I was on YouTube, and YouTube, they recommend you videos on certain genres and things that you watch. And I was recommended a couple fights from Kengan Ashura. I was like, you know what? I've never really given the show a chance. I looked at the animations, the graphics, and it's got that 3D video game feel to it, or those animations. And I assumed it would be bad. So I just said fuck it and watched a couple fights. And I was impressed. It wasn't bad. That's what I was saying to myself. This is actually pretty good. It's not bad. So I went on Netflix, started watching the show. I just finished season 1, and it's not bad. Have you said that enough, Daibo? The show is good. The plot is pretty simple. There isn't much to the storyline. A bunch of rich businessmen get these powerful fighters who each have a incredible skill set, and the main character named Oma Tokita ends up fighting in this tournament, and whoever wins will become the chairman of the Kengan Association and be in a position of great power and prestige. And these Kengan fights have been around for centuries. They're used to resolve disputes and to gain certain things, which is kind of, I don't know what you call it, but it's like you have these badass fighters fighting for these billionaires, but the fighters actually get something in return. But for the most part, the show is carried by the fights. I like how the narrator explains what the fighter is doing rather than the fighter who is fighting in the battle is speaking to himself, telling the audience what he just did, or his opponent is telling the audience what fighter just did. The narrator will describe and give a little history lesson on what style of fighting, on what fighting style a certain fighter is using, the background of that fighter, and any other important information that you'll need to know. So this is a good show. I like it. I'm aware that the series is over, so which is good. I like to watch a show for the first time and not have to wait for another season to come out. If you haven't seen Kengan Ashura, I would recommend that you give it a chance. I think you'll like it. Bye.